the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, J-Bird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
Welcome to the show, everybody. It's a beautiful Monday out there, Quad Cityans.
Yo, what's going on?
Turn the mics up.
The headphones.
There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Well, it's not a beautiful day. You say that, though, but it's beautiful in here.
It's beautiful every day, Jay, that we're above ground. That's how I look at it.
That is a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Good for you. I like
you got to try at least.
Yeah, I like your outlook on it. So, yeah, it's a Monday, and it's Columbus Day. I'm confused as all get out by Columbus Day. I really thought like this was like a day that kids don't go to school, but it's in Illinois they don't go to school. But sometimes I would.
I thought you kids weren't going.
They had school.
Yeah, all right. I was gonna say we had that conversation the other day.
Yeah, and I asked, I'm like, hey, so like Illinois doesn't have school, but Iowa does. But I know sometimes they try to do like conferences and try to make a 4-day weekend on the Iowa side. But if it doesn't work out, and there was a while where Iowa was flirting with the fall break, which I don't know why we're not doing a fall break.
Yeah.
But is it also because now we're not doing fall breaks because it encourages people to go travel places and then do the? I don't know. I don't want to start out with that. But anyway, it's Columbus Day. Are the banks still closed? Does mail come today?
I think the banks are closed.
So mail doesn't come today.
I don't think mail comes today.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, it's Columbus Day. I'm sure somewhere somebody's got is offended that it's Columbus Day or something. But hey,
yeah, everybody's offended by everything.
But that's not what we're here to talk about, my friend.
Okay.
We're here to talk about some sports. Most importantly, we cannot like bury the lead. We got to talk about Saturday, right?
About those Hawkeyes?
Oh my goodness!
I'll tell you, that was a interesting match. I think we were fortunate that quarterback got injured. I don't know if our defense was going to figure out a way to stop him. I was hoping they were going
to. Yeah, you're talking about Penn State or you're talking about Sean Clifford?
Penn State, their quarterback.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Well.
But listen, the defense that pick right at the beginning was solid. I was hoping that was going to be a touchdown, but they have a good defense too. Let's not take anything away from Penn State.
The whole thing is like the same formula. Iowa goes out, they get the ball, they move it a little bit, they have to punt. Torrey Taylor comes in, punts him down to about the 2. It's just amazing. They got Clifford scrambling. He as he's like kind of going down. He's trying to throw it away, but he's getting hit in the end zone as he's throwing it. It's an interception at the 8. This is worrisome at the time because you're like, this is great, but Iowa can't go 8 yards and score 6. We have to result in a field goal. That is very worrisome. That's not a good start.
Right.
Second half, Clifford comes down in the second time through, and he's picking them apart, and it's all screens. It's all real fast throws. Yeah. Slants and screens.
Yeah.
That's all. Yards after catch is the big deal in this situation. So they drive down there. I think it may have stalled. I have the whole thing actually in front of me, the playing drives and everything else, but that's not. People don't want the play-by-play of that. We'll look at a few things here, though. Clifford's injury was big. He looked. The thing is we sat here and said he's good for 2 interceptions, and he was good for 2 interceptions in the first half before he got hurt, and he still had a lead.
Yeah.
So he had a 17-3 lead when he went out with 2 interceptions. And the defense is, but obviously there's a lot of things going on at the time, a lot of questions. I'm sure social media, I'm sure wherever you were at. I was at the game, but I'm sure you were at. A lot of questions about Petrus, about Brian Ferentz. What are they doing? What's going on here? There is a couple things that we need to address about it. Like there were times where there were some holes, like a Mack truck could run through for Goodson. And when that happened, when he would rattle off 12 yards, I'm sorry, I don't care what Franklin says. It was a thing like Penn State guy was down. There were 3 legitimate injuries that guys didn't come back in. their defensive tackle, and that was in their first series, Clifford, and then another one, I believe, a receiver. But I think that receiver came back. I think what I read was wrong, and that was number 13. But he went out for a significant amount of time. That's 3, all right? There's still 4 more where guys were down. And of course, I'm biased. I'm sorry. I am. But there's 4 more where guys are down, and they either jumped up and kind of like they're stretching it out type of thing. We're gone for a play or just a few plays. Is it right that I was booing? Maybe not.
They're trying to stall the drive.
Yes. And Franklin goes on and says that they run, it's in Batterson's thing. It's and he actually puts it as part of he does the good, the great, the better, the rest, and then the ugly. And he put it on Iowa fans saying it was ugly. But Franklin's just saying like they have an off-tempo offense. Doesn't make it seem like that puts pressure on our defense so guys get injured, and so we need to make sure that we can't leave an injured guy out there that's hurt. It makes it sound like we can't keep up with our defensive adjustments, which I don't think Iowa is throwing anybody off. Their defense is off or anything. And they were it just looked like, because it would be officials' timeout. So, in the end, Iowa won that game. Of course, a lot of other things I want to talk about it. But the Iowa beats Penn State 23-20 on Saturday at Kinnick Stadium. Iowa's won 12 consecutive games and have outscored their opponents in those 12 games 403-161. Iowa's won 12 straight for the first time since opening the 2015 season with 12 straight wins. Obviously, that's when they made the Big Ten championship game that year. Iowa's won 9 straight games against Big Ten opponents for the second time in program history, matching 2001 to 2002. Petras moves to 12-2 as a starting quarterback, and he has the best winning percentage by a starting quarterback in program history right now. It was good. We don't know. I haven't heard anything more about Riley Moss, about his interception, and how his injury is. Oregon's Logan Lee had a career-high 7 tackles in the game, and Iowa now leads the country with 16 interceptions.
Insane.
They've had 80 since 2017. The Iowa Hawkeyes have scored 78 points on 20 takeaways this season. Iowa's won 6 straight games against ranked opponents dating back to 2019. The last time Iowa won 6 straight against ranked opponents was a 6-game stretch in 1960. What a brutal schedule.
Yeah.
You had to play 6 straight ranked opponents and then beat them. Iowa's 4 interceptions Saturday extended their consecutive games with an interception to 6. Iowa's had at least 3 interceptions in a game 4 times this season.
How's Riley Moss?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. I don't think they think it's an ACL tear, but I have not gotten any type of. Actually, if there's any updates, I probably would have had it by now. But I could have missed it. But we'll get to that, and I'm sure someone on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread knows what happened there too. Let's see. Obviously, we know this was Iowa's first win over a top 5 opponent since defeating number 3 Ohio State 55-24 on November 4th, 2017. That was the Woodshed game. This was obviously the first top 5 meeting at Kinnick Stadium since 1985, and it helped set off a crazy day on Saturday. So,
it was pretty cool watching them storm the field after the victory.
All right, this is great. Did you see all the other stuff? You're not on Twitter now or anything.
No,
everybody who doesn't like Iowa likes to be like, oh, you're ranked higher, you're favored to win, and you're going to storm the field?
Yeah, it's a huge victory.
It is.
Why would you not?
Well, here's what I didn't know. So I was talking to our friend Emily and Kim, right?
Yeah.
Emily likes Clemson. Kim graduated from there.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I talked plenty with them after the game when they came back. What did you think about the Waves? They loved it. What did you think about the atmosphere? Unbelievable. Loved the Striped Stadium. Loved everything about Iowa. Can tell you some other things later on about what Emily said, what she didn't like so much. I said, now can I ask you about what did you think about the booing? They were like, I don't think it was that bad. Like Emily pointed out, she's like, that was kind of sus. Like the whole thing, like what they're going down. And no one really knew about Clifford's injury, so there was no booing for that one, right? And so they were okay with that. And I was like, all right. there's a lot of people out there that are saying, like, you were ranked higher, you were favored to win, why rush the field? And Kim goes, Clemson rushes the field after every victory, no matter what. No matter what. And she goes, the fans love it. They rush the field after every game. Who cares? Why would anybody care?
It's just people want to hate.
I mean, we all think it's like Duke plays North Carolina on ESPN, and they're 2 versus 3 or 3 versus 4 in the country. And it's a buzzer beater, and they'll rush the floor. Yeah. And no one says, like, oh, act like you've been there before.
You're ranked higher.
The field was great. Obviously, the north end zone I was at, I was with my daughter, which was fun because she went into it like, oh, yeah, I'm going to a game. Cool environment. I get to watch a football game. And it was also like, I don't really know football, so do we have to stay for the whole game? I was like, yes. Unless it's a blowout, we're staying for the whole game. So as it would get, and she was kind of like first half was going, and then I would be like, okay, if we don't score here, I think it's not looking good. Or if they score here, and it was kind of like we were just chipping away slowly. And then she said, have you ever been to a game like this loud and packed? And I was like, not this loud, and we'll get to that in a second. But, we're a ranked team. I was like, I was at the Michigan one in 2016. And I explained to her, kids rushed the field, I didn't, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, well, I don't want to stick around for that. That's dumb. I'm like, okay, sure, we don't have to. So that's why it gets closer, and there's 2 seconds left. I'm like, hey, let's go. And it was before that. I think the drive that we had before, where it kind of was locked in, and we knew we were going to push him back there and punt him and put him deep in their territory. And I was like, I think we can go. And she was like, but don't we want to see him rush the field? And I was like, gotcha. You're in now. So we watched it. The fans, that was incredible. Nice job. When they had him down at it didn't matter. They kept moving half the distance of the goal because number 70 had 3 false starts in a row, 60 total. That was nuts. They could not hear the snap count at all. They couldn't hear the clapping. Franklin downplayed it in the post game and said that he didn't think the crowd was that big of a variable. And like Rob House said, I believe from Hawkeye Nation, said either he's in denial or just completely delusional. Yeah. Like he just can't. How do you not?
Yeah. There
were 8 total false starts and 6 by number 70. I don't know his name. I don't care to look it up. But it was they were there. You can see them on the sideline chirping at each other. There's no one to blame but the crowd for that. I mean, there's just no one. So that was great. And it was just a big win. So right now, Iowa has its best ranking since 1985. The Hawkeyes have no ranked teams left on their schedule.
Yeah, let's not step on our you-know-what.
No. Let's get through Purdue.
Yeah.
Then we have a bye week.
Uh-huh.
Then you start seeing on Monday Night Football, the college football rankings will come out. So let's get through Purdue, breathe a little bit, and be prepared to see Iowa in the college football playoff rankings. That's the most important thing right now. It's a crazy day, though, the rest of it in college football.
Bama goes down.
Yep. Georgia wins. Sits up top the regular season rankings, for the first time since 1982. They were preseason number 1 in 2008. And although they won week 1, it wasn't in impressive fashion, and they got leapfrogged probably by Alabama. I didn't know who it was, and they never saw it again. That was 82.
Georgia's defense is no joke.
That was Herschel Walker. 33 points in 6 games is what Georgia's defense is allowed.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, their defense is just... I'm hoping that a lot of those guys, when they get drafted, at least a couple of them go to one of my teams.
Number 3, Cincinnati. This is the AP poll that came out, by the way. It goes Georgia, Iowa, Cincinnati, Oklahoma, Alabama. Number 3, Cincinnati has its best ranking ever. The Bearcats have 1 ranked team left on their schedule. Number 23, SMU on November 20th. Number 4, Oklahoma moved up 2 spots after a thrilling comeback against Texas.
Wow. That was a great game, too.
The Sooners' 14-game win streak is the nation's longest. Number 5, Alabama fell outside the top 3 for the first time since 2019. Previously, the Tide had won 100 games straight against unranked teams. And Saban had never previously lost to an assistant coach before until on Saturday. The Big Ten has 5 top 10 teams for the first time in AP poll history, which started in 1936. Ohio State is 6, Penn State is 7, Michigan is 8, Michigan State is 10, and they all still have to play each other.
Oh, good God.
Mm-hmm. The Athletic ranked the 25 greatest days in college football history, and it came Saturday. It came out to number 10. Other things that happened on Saturday: AP number 1 teams had won 106 straight games against unranked opponents dating back to 2008 when Oregon State defeated USC. Oklahoma's 55-48 win was the highest scoring game in a Red River Showdown history. Last year was 53-48. And Kentucky is 6-0 for the first time since 1950 when Paul Bear Bryant was the head coach.
God.
Wake Forest is 6-0 for the first time since 1944. Wow. Next Saturday, Georgia hosts number 11 Kentucky. And number 25 Texas hosts number 12 Oklahoma State. So what a day. There was a lot of things going on the field. I got to play something for you.
There was boxing, too.
There was boxing. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Let's see. Tyson Fury, round 10? Yeah. Or 11. Knocked out Wilder. Was it knockout or TKO? I know he
I think it was a TKO.
The referee didn't even do the count. How's that? He got knocked down. They both have been knocked down a couple times, even in through the 4th round, but the referee didn't even do the count. Because if you listen to the playback, it's like Wilder, and I actually saw it because I met Emily and Kim after, and somebody at Pints had it on the thing, so I could watch some of it over. I was rubbernecking their screen, but when you heard it, they were like, Wilder's barely standing up. Like they don't. Basically, they were just like, it's just the fighter in him that won't let him go down, and then like right after that, boom, and they're like, oh yeah, he's out. Let's see here. I tried to talk to people about this. So, between 3rd and 4th quarter,
okay,
they bring out the Iowa wrestling team. This isn't on television because a lot of times it filled a void. I mean, Stoops was on there. Big E from WWE, the heavyweight champion who played football for Iowa. His promo was awesome. Like 70,000 people shut up and they were replying back to Big E, who was just like not in the middle of the field. He was just where they walk out of, and he would be like, Iowa City, this is the greatest place ever. And then shut up. He's like, this is where I learned everything. This is the greatest. I love Iowa. They'd all shut up. We're going to come back and beat Penn State, aren't we? Yeah. Let me hear you one more time. Yeah. Like they were just like, it was a response, you know?
Oh, wow.
And then so Brands comes out. And I'll play it for you. It's like the nuttiest thing ever because it takes so long that they're actually on the. So the Iowa team comes out at about the 10 on the north end zone. They're coming back from like a commercial break, and you can see the clock when you know that they're back from commercial break because there's another clock, and they're on the field. They're ready to go, and the wrestling team is not leaving. And you can hear a little bit of what Brand said. I hope I can get all of it, but the crowd gets so nuts into it that it's Let's see. Hopefully, I can get this to work out. Love it when you left side.
All right, Wildcat fans, I'm down here now to Coach of the Year, Head Coach Sean Brands.
Boy, you are awesome. When I got this interview from here, look at these guys. They're hungry and lean and mean like that hawk that was on the field. I love that hawk that was on this field. Anybody, anytime, anywhere. State College, Detroit, Lincoln, Nebraska. We don't care. We love these guys. We love you guys. In Iowa Hawkeye football, we need a 3rd quarter, and we need a 4th quarter.
He called out Lincoln, Nebraska. Who else?
State College, Pennsylvania, so Penn State, because they're there. I don't know why the Detroit came up, unless the NCAAs are in Detroit, which is very possible. And it's only, I didn't know it, but he's calling them out. He points State College. And so in the northeast end zone and the southeast end zone stands, that's where the parents are, and then there's like a student section over there. And the rest of it's kind of trickled down because they scalped. He's pointing to the parents at Penn State because that's the end zone he's at. He's like, "Stay calm. We're here to fight. Blah, blah, blah. We don't care where we'll do it at. We'll do it whatever else." They start going nuts. The crowds go. I can't believe you can hear it because that video right there. And I've been waiting to see that video, and that video's from the south end zone, so I can't believe you can even hear them. They must have been right underneath the speaker. But the wrestlers start going nuts, just hyping up the crowd. Two of them take their shirts off, and when they do, the other guy puts the other guy on his shoulders, and they're ready to play football on the other end. And the wrestling team is not leaving. They've got the national championship trophy, and they are showing it to the Penn State fans, pointing to it. Like, they don't care. They're ready to go. And the crowd was going nuts. And I just love that he loves that hawk so much because I love the hawk too. It's like this dumbest thing they bring out. It doesn't fly anywhere. Yeah. It stays on the handler's arm, and they just do a little close-up of it. That's all it is. Yeah. But yeah, he talks about the hawk. It was good. Stoops was good as well. It was a great game, great win for Iowa. So
Stoops is there for Fox.
He was there for Fox, yeah, the Fox pregame show.
And when did he come? I know I caught the end of something with Bob Stoops. Like, they showed it on air. Like, whenever they were coming out of commercial
when they
break.
come out, was it that the pregame stuff?
Whatever it was, I just saw them. They were chanting Stoops or something for him, or
on the field they were. Yeah, they're Stoops.
Okay.
So it sounds like booze or whatever else. But he did in the pregame. He came out and he said Hawks. They also had Big E on the pregame. It was funny because Tyler Kluver, who we've had him on the show, former Iowa player and washed up walk-ons. They had Big E there. Obviously, Big E wrestles for the WWE. Fox Sports has a contract with them, and they were like, "Okay, what's your prediction, by the way?" And the WWE champion gives washed up walk-ons probably their biggest plug ever when he goes, "Hawks by 1,000,000!" And they went, so Kluver retweeted that, and he's like, calls the distributor and says, "Yes, we need more flags right now." Because they're the ones that every week their prediction Hawks by 1,000,000. So they got flags all over the tailgate and all kinds of stuff. So, that's an incredible weekend. We have baseball to talk about. We've got NFL to do, to recap, and a crazy Sunday. If Saturday was great for football, for college football, Sunday was just as good in my opinion. A lot of good scores, a lot of fun games. We got to talk about Cincinnati and Green Bay. That's one of the craziest games I've ever seen. Yeah. Bears looked okay. Fields will learn more. I mean, he made it through.
Shut down Gruden.
Yeah.
Shut down that team. I mean, that's huge.
Absolutely. So, we got to take our first break.
How about my Chargers, though?
Chargers look good.
Yeah.
I like them.
I don't even have to say how about my Cowboys. We already know.
They beat up the Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, Barkley.
Trayvon Diggs is legit.
Barkley and Danny Dimes, and who else all got hurt?
Oh, Danny Dimes got knocked completely out.
Yeah,
that was Jabril Cox, too, by the way.
Yeah, but I know Saquon left, and there was one other. Was it the receiver? It was
Kenny Galladay got hurt, too.
Yeah, that was brutal. You just can't pick on the Giants like that, guys.
Hey, man.
They asked for it.
It's a tough game.
Yeah, that's right. I guess
game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, defense looks great. Last night's game got delayed. I couldn't even stay up late enough to watch it.
I didn't.
They didn't get back on the field till almost 11.
I didn't. I couldn't stay up either.
But Kansas City, I woke up right away this morning to try to figure out what happened, and Kansas City lost, which is, wow, what's going on, right?
Yeah, I actually was like, this can't happen 3 times in a row. I'll take the Kansas City plus 6.5 in the second half, and it didn't even come close.
I mean, it's not that they're a bad team. It's just they're not beating the other good teams.
Yeah.
Which is not the case for them. Remember I said it to you last year. When you lose the Super Bowl, what happens?
There's a hangover.
Something happens. You lose the Super Bowl, it takes away something from you.
Which is weird. You think it would make you hungrier.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right on. Well, let's take a break here. ESPN 1170 AM, and we'll be right back after a word here from some of our sponsors.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Hi, this is Derek.
And this is Skip. We are the twins from Our Bar Davenport.
And you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
The final game of NFL Week 5 is tonight, and FanDuel Sportsbook wants you to get the most out of every play. That's why they're giving everyone a $10 risk-free bet every week. All you have to do is bet a same-game parlay bet with 3 legs or more, and if your bet doesn't win, FanDuel will pay you back up to $10. It's gonna be Colts vs. Ravens. I like the Ravens defense to come out on fire. I'm building my same-game parlay with the Ravens money line, Wentz over passing yards, and over total points. I love betting on FanDuel because there's always lightning fast payouts, and it's also America's #1 sports book. There's no feeling like nailing a same-game parlay bet. So lock in your bet today on FanDuel Sportsbook and get up to $10 back if your bet doesn't win. New to FanDuel Sportsbook? Sign up today with promo code Trevor to also receive a risk-free bet up to $1,000. That's promo code Trevor so they know I sent you. 21 plus and present in Iowa. Refund issued as a non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same game parlay available for multiple sports in all states, mobile and web. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
So as you guys know, Mark's gone.
The float artist at Fred's Floral just took off, days before the parade. They need a replacement before business passes them by.
And who am I going to get to finish the float?
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
O'Reilly. Syntec is back and better than ever at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec is a premium full synthetic motor oil option at an affordable price. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec full synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $31.99. Syntec is formulated for today's engines to minimize friction, heat, and wear. Try Syntec today exclusively at
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
From lines of credit in Chicagoland to equipment finance loans in the Quad Cities to better cash flow in Milwaukee, First Midwest Bank is committed to using our local knowledge and ideas to help our clients get their business momentum back. Visit firstmidwest.com/commercial-lending. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Hey Quad Cities, this is Kim from Berry Global, a Fortune 400 packaging company. I have some exciting news. We are hiring technical and entry-level employees at our injection molding facility right here in Bettendorf. Berry offers an impressive benefits package which includes medical, dental, vision, 401k match, company-paid life and disability insurances, along with competitive wages and profit-sharing bonus. If being a part of an awesome team interests you, visit berryglobal.com to apply. That is BERRY global.com. Still looking for more information about Berry? Just say, Alexa, tell me about Berry Global.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. In a rematch of the 2020 AFC title game, the Bills and their defense invaded Arrowhead Stadium and stifled Patrick Mahomes' offense with a convincing 38-20 victory, extending their win streak to 4 games. In L.A., there was over 1,000 yards of total offense between the Chargers and the Browns. However, it was Justin Herbert's crew that walked away with the 47-42 win. The Cowboys rolled the Giants 44-20. It was a tough go for the Giants offense, who lost Saquon Barkley to an ankle and Daniel Jones to a concussion in the first half. The Packers edged out the Bengals in overtime 25-22 in a game that featured 5 missed field goals from the late fourth quarter on. Mason Crosby, though, found redemption, connecting on the 49-yard game winner through the uprights. And the Arizona Cardinals remained perfect. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, buy a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 motor oil and save $10 on a pair of wiper blades. It's the perfect autumn deal. Mobil 1 for colder weather, new wipers for the rain, and an extra $10 to buy Halloween candy you'll most likely eat yourself. We're not judging. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations, does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Ends 10/31/21.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. On that heavy shelf you hung yesterday, turns out you didn't use enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? Now you've got an open floor plan. Trendy. And if you have the wrong home insurance, you could need a wall of money to fix this. So get home insurance with Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The best way to spend your weekend is not doing chores. It's with sports. The games you need every weekend are on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
We are back, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. It's a beautiful Monday.
Sure is.
We got all kinds of stuff coming up. We got Guess the Lines, of course. We do that every Monday.
Yeah, we're going to do that in the top of the second hour. Just looking over some things. Yeah, we're going to do that at the top of the second hour. So just
some
roughly in
baseball
30
to cover,
minutes.
some playoff action.
Yeah, give me a second here to pull that up for you. Because I'd rather go into that before we get into the NFL Sunday, because that was a lot of fun, and I know you're happy.
Oh, it was a fun day to watch football.
It was good.
I mean, you had football on right away in the morning when you woke up, even though it was the Jets and the Falcons.
Yes.
Which, nobody in that stadium cheered. They were just there to watch it. They packed it up.
29 straight games of two teams with losing records in London.
Yeah.
29 straight. Let's see. Yesterday afternoon and into the evening in Boston, the Red Sox and the Rays went 13 innings. And Boston and Christian Vasquez here we go. You got a phone call. Go for it.
Thanks for calling in. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, fellas, you got Adam. How's it going this morning?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, what a weekend for you, Mr. Troy.
Oh, yeah.
You had a great weekend.
It's flying high.
Iowa winning, Cowboys winning, and your fantasy football team producing more points than I've seen in my whole life. 216 points.
Yeah.
That's a butt kicking there.
I'm pretty dominant.
Jeez, get out of
Not
here.
to brag.
I just got a dirty look from Jay. It was great.
I think I thought I scored a lot. You scored that many?
Yeah, in the Moneyball League.
Mm-hmm.
He scored 216, almost 217 points.
Pretty dominant.
That's insane. Hey, question for you guys.
Sure.
First question. Since you guys are Iowa fans, and I'm an Illinois fan, and I'll never see the likelihood of winning anything special.
Hey, we're talking Illinois, and Huggy Bear's listening, so that's good. We are knocking two birds out with one stone. What do you got?
Yeah, there you go. So, being that you guys won that game, and there's a chance that no matter what, you guys are going to go to a good bowl no matter what. As an Iowa fan, do you start looking at hotels and tickets now, or do you wait? Are you the type of person that doesn't want to jinx your school or jinx the ability
it's way
of them
too
being
early.
the
It's
national
way too early, and not even just to say to jinx. I mean, if you're at all, superstitious, yeah, it is jinx time for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's college football. Look what happened to Bama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, Iowa. You can't.
That's gonna be my next comment.
We said you can't get relaxed just because you beat all these ranked opponents. There's now teams out there that are out for blood. They want to ruin your season. Obviously Nebraska will be one of them. We always have some sort of hiccup against Northwestern. We need to get that off our plate. Even Purdue has played us tough. This isn't an easy. We have to make sure we stay focused as they do. I might say we, but you know what I'm saying. But as a fan, I mean, I'm not gonna. No, I've never been to a bowl game. I don't know if I ever will. I know I can't go this year, for sure. Especially if they make the special kind of bowl game I think they're going to make, because they're probably going to be playing on January 2nd or 1st.
Well, I don't know. You still got that November 20th. You get the November 20th game against Illinois. So, I mean, I just watch out for that. I mean, it's red circled. It's red circled on my calendar.
Well, you never know. Stranger things happen, and Huggy Bear would be so happy if Illinois ruined Iowa's year.
Oh, him and I will get an apartment together, and we will live in a glorious win.
Oh, he needs it. He needs a new apartment too.
So to get this, so you're asking, is it too early to book hotel rooms for Indianapolis?
Well, not
Or
just
the-
that,
the-
just
the semifinal?
national champion. So the reason why I asked that is I got some friends that are diehard Iowa fans, and they were talking about like even the Outback stuff. Like it's hard to get a hotel room down there if you wait too late. And they were saying, what's it going to hurt to start throwing out feelers to make reservations, and if you don't, they don't go there, at least you can cancel them rather than waiting too late. And I'm not a winning fan, I guess, because I root for Illinois, so I was kind of curious if that's something that most people think about, or
I
if
don't know.
it's,
Knowing that I know.
I can tell you this. My group of friends, the text thread, we've already booked an Airbnb for Indianapolis for the Big
See?
Ten championship.
There we go.
Well, there you go.
If you're going to do it, figure out the cancellation policy. If you're going to do it, go Airbnb. That way you can have multiple guys, multiple people. I mean, you may have couples going. I shouldn't just say guys, but our group is going to be a bunch of dudes. If you're going to be that crazy of a semifinal, but you don't know where they're going to send you for a semifinal. That's the crazy thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would go Indianapolis and then be like, and go from there. Look at projections, where you think they're going to end up at, type of thing. But it's not hard. It's not bad to do Indianapolis. We did it, and it's not hard. We did it in 2015. We went there. We booked an Airbnb and we got after it.
Huggy is just the worst. He's on the T-Roy text thread. I'm not even going to read what he says because he's so jealous right now. He is so jealous right now. It's just eating him alive. So just.
Oh yeah. That's what
Number
happens
2, Huggy.
when that's what happens when another team has success when your team hasn't seen success in years. Jealousy overflows.
Yeah. No, like I said, anything can happen, but they have some, they have some things ahead of them. They have to take care of business. So, period.
So going to the rankings then. So talking to the same group of friends I was talking to, they're like, "Oh, Iowa's going to be number one," and right away I said, "No way! There's no way ESPN and the Writers Association is going to let an SEC school that's undefeated not be number one." So if you guys have seen the latest rankings, they got Georgia, Iowa, Oklahoma, Cincinnati at top 4. Then you got Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, then Michigan State. I guess I could kind of agree with some of that. I don't agree where they put Alabama at, and I don't agree where they put Ohio State at, just for the fact that they have their one loss. And if anything, Ohio State's one loss is better than Alabama's in my book. But I think Michigan and Penn State kind of got ripped off. I mean, Penn State shouldn't have dropped that far in my book. I mean, they should have dropped to number 5 or 6 because they played a tough Iowa team, which they were winning most of that game.
Right.
Granted, they did lose their starting quarterback, but at the same time, let that filter later on down the road. I mean, if they lose another game, then yeah, they should be out of the top 10. Yeah. But until then, I don't think they should have dropped 4 spots.
Well,
Bama's always going to get the most amount of love. I mean, that's just what it is. It's like, it's like Huggy with his meat. He loves his meat. He's always going to say it's the best meat ever.
All right.
So, yeah.
Penn State only dropped 3 spots. They were number 4. Alabama dropped 4 spots. They went from 1 to 5. The Ohio State one is exactly what you said. Is a better loss. I did say, and it was in jest, but it's also just to troll people. And I did say on Saturday night, and after no, just what you were saying, what we're all in agreement about Georgia. After a lot of no's, finally I'm like, I could make the argument for Iowa though. And then, someone, I think it was Brandon, friend of the show, I wrote something on there, and he's like, or it was Erickson, I think I wrote something on there, and then Brandon wrote, you're better than this. And I was like, I am, but let's look at the resume. It's similar. They just, and look who, and I said, Auburn, Penn State beat Auburn, and, Georgia beat Auburn, and let's do the A plus B, B is better than C, so that type of thing. Like, let's take a look at it. It shouldn't be that, and it's not too far off by points. To be honest with you, they're separated by 74 points in the AP poll, so it's not like it's an overwhelming. They did get all the first place votes, but so Iowa got all the second place votes. So, in Georgia, it's just all 62 first place votes. Sorry, I didn't say. It is overwhelming. Georgia's defense, and that's what stands out. But Iowa's defense, no slouch itself. So
you think that Penn State should have dropped as far as they did, even though they lost to a good Iowa team?
I'm fine where they're at. To be honest with you, it's only three.
Maybe put them ahead of I don't know. Maybe put Ohio State ahead of Alabama, but probably Penn State and Bama are pretty close. You could have, their first loss. Yeah, it's all subjective at that point with those two teams to me. But,
right. Well, it's nice to see 5 Big Ten teams in the top 10.
Well, and that's the crazy thing that we talked about. The Ohio State, Penn State. So again, number 6 Ohio State, number 7 Penn State, number 8 Michigan, number 10 Michigan State still all have to play each other. That's not fun. I mean, that's gonna weed it out itself or anything. So let's see. I'm bringing up your Illinois. You guys just had homecoming this week. You lost to Wisconsin.
Yep, horribly.
Yeah, you got shut out. So you guys are 2-5 on the year, 1-3 in the conference. Next week you have Penn State. No, Clifford, I don't know. It's his ribs, right? I mean, who knows what's going to happen there, but you're at Penn State, so they can't false start themselves out of that one. Then you got Rutgers. Minnesota just lost another running back on November 6th. Iowa, November 20th. You already said that. And then Northwestern. You got your back against the wall to get to 6 wins.
Yeah, my dog died when I was 12. You want to bring that up
too? No. Why would I want to do that?
It's nothing I'd already know, Jay.
Why would I want to do that? I do not know.
I'll send you Huggy's number. You guys can console each other.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I want to bring up is the Urban Meyer thing. I mean, what's wrong with doing the Macarena nowadays? I mean, you do the Macarena at a bar, and all of a sudden you're getting chastised.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I better watch myself when I go to any weddings now. I mean, I don't want to leave any kind of poster material out there for the old lady to see.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, do you think that he's going to last a full season?
Jay
do you think that he's lost the locker room?
I think he's lost the locker room.
I think he's got no more mistakes left to make. How about that?
Yeah.
When it comes to off the field, if he makes any other slight misstep off the field in the next, few months, he's done. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's just too bad because there's some talented players there, and they see through the crap. I mean, for a guy like Lawrence to come from having a coach like Dabo, which I think Dabo's got a million times more character than Urban Meyer. There's guys there that know what good character coaching is and what good character people are, and Urban's just not it. So, it's unfortunate. And I agreed with what Drew Brees said last night. I don't know if you guys caught it in the 2-hour halftime show that they had. It was talking about how they should be bonding as a team. Like someone in the locker room needs to step up and say, "We're going to do this for us. We're not doing this for a coach." Like you said, they do have a bunch of talent, and you hate to see them go winless. I don't think they will, but there's a very good chance they could. But, I would really hope that locker room gels together as a team to try to, salvage some kind of season this year, despite if Meyer's there or not. I think, Meyer's true colors finally showed out. He didn't have the protection of college reporters anymore. He didn't have the protection of the university anymore. His stuff's out there to be laundered now, and I think it's finally coming all out of what his true character is. And then the last question I got is, what did the girls think of the Wave, Emily and those guys?
They loved it. I'm excited. Kim's Emily, she definitely said she teared up a few times. And over it, Kim said she got good photos. Kim is going to share some photos with us that I'll be able to make into a gallery on ESPN 1170 AM, and I appreciate that from her. She loved the Stripe Stadium. They had a great time there. They loved the Hawk Walk, all the little nuances. And then I will share this with you. You're on the air before we have to go to break, though. I've said this before, and this goes back 2 years ago, my first time ever covering the Hawkeyes in the press box. There are way too many guys that are credentialed up in that press box that are there for a good seat, decent seat, but it's in climate controlled, free food, and just to go and write their piece that's basically anything that this SID is going to give you afterwards that you cut and paste. You just kind of mold your story around it. They're not taking notes. They're not on Twitter. They're not on social media, this and that. Unfortunately, those are the type of guys that were very, very rude to Emily during the post-game presser when you go up there and you kind of like the Zoom, you can raise your hand and the SID will call on you. This is kind of like, it's almost like free fire, but she was being interrupted. Her questions were being cut off even though Coach was still talking. And Emily, I think you guys know her well enough, and she's almost like Rosso. They're well thought out questions that actually give a little, substance to them when you have to answer back. It's not on 3rd down and 9, you decided to run this. What was that for? And she just kind of felt like, and it's on Twitter too. She's like, guys, she's been around a lot of press rooms, and you don't need to like try to freeze out someone because they're young and a woman. And that's the way she walked away feeling from that. That's the only unfortunate thing.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
But I know who those guys are. I'm not kidding you. I sat next to some of them, and I was like, what are these guys doing here? And it was pointed out, the climate-controlled seat, free food. Because I have a laptop up, a phone, I have multiple chargers, I'm on social media, and these guys have like a... What is that T-Ray that used to be like 4 by 9 inch like flip thing or whatever else? It's
called the reporter's notebook, Jack.
It was even,
right here.
Yeah, it was even smaller than that. It's one you get from like Ben Franklin for like 25 cents.
Mookie used to be a reporter, so we have a ton of these at our house.
Yeah, so it's just like little notes here and there, but it's not. They're not doing any follow up. They have they don't care about social media. And so instead of just being like, because they feel like they have the rapport with the coach that they can just ask all the questions type of thing. But when you're on a national thing like that. And it wasn't just her, actually. There was times where, like, national, I can't remember who from ESPN, but she was friends with them, and they kind of, like, side-eyed each other, like, what's going on here? So, yeah, that's the only thing that I didn't, like, care too much for, but to hear. But other than that, they had a great experience. She loved it there, and I'm glad. And they're very happy that they came.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that they didn't ruin their whole experience, because, like, you're right, she does have some really good questions, and I'd be curious on how they would answer those questions, and that's just horrible to hear that she got interrupted the way she did.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Well, I appreciate you taking the time. Let me talk. We'll talk to you later. Keep your Macarinas to yourself.
That's right. Appreciate you.
All right.
It's hard with Jay around. You know what I mean?
All right, we're gonna have to take a break, but we did bring. Speaking of the Macarena, the Jaguars have lost 20 straight games. Here's your question for break. The Jaguars have lost 20 straight games. The second longest skid since the 1970 merger. Which franchise has a longer losing streak? So, the Jaguars have lost 20 straight games, the second longest skid since the 1970 merger. Which franchise has a longer losing streak?
I can get this in 3 guesses.
Yeah, I bet you can. All right, real quick here. I want to remind you guys about joining the R-Bars Text Club. Join the R-Bars Text Club to get exclusive offers and updates sent straight to your phone, or you can also go visit textrbar.com to sign up. Text RBAR to 1-833-302-2216 to get all of those exclusive offers and updates, including event announcements, new recipes and content, contests and giveaway, and more. I know they had a good crowd over there on Saturday. They had a little gold out at the bar, and it's great that the Twins are doing awesome things there. Don't forget to sign up for the R-Bars Text Club to get exclusive offers and updates sent straight to your phone. Text R-Bar to 1-833-302-2216.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
You seek a professional to fix your car, to fix an electrical problem, or roof your house. So don't settle for testosterone-boosting pills when there's professional help to fix your low testosterone symptoms at Limitless Man. Do you suffer no energy, lack of concentration, belly fat, low libido, poor muscle mass? These are signs of low T, and there's an easy fix. Schedule a complimentary consult at limitlessmail.com and get your life back. Insurance accepted.
Precision Air, the masters of comfort and efficiency. Call Precision Air for your furnaces, geothermal units, humidifiers, and indoor air products. Temperatures can turn quickly, and indoor air quality is more important now than ever. Call Precision Air to see how they can keep your home warm, clean, safe, and efficient this winter. Don't let winter catch you off guard. Call Precision Air today to schedule your fall furnace tune-up or estimate on their indoor air quality products. With the best brands and warranty in the industry and 0% financing, call Precision Air today.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Sam Darnold, to me, may be a great 4A quarterback. I don't know that he'll be a great NFL quarterback. I thought when he got drafted he had a chance to be a good one, but what I've seen is not that. I know he checks a lot of boxes, but does he check them at a high enough level? I've seen Zach Wilson do things where you go, that's a little differently talented.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Get in on the action with the world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. Circa Sports Iowa is where the pros play. Enjoy the highest limits, lowest takeouts, and competitive betting menus. Download, fund, and bet from anywhere in Iowa. Circa Sports Iowa. Sports betting the way it should be. Download your new bookie today. Visit circasports.com. Must be over 21 and present in Iowa to bet. Have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Eli Manning, what are you expecting from the Giants quarterback this year?
I think he will be able to take that step forward just because the fact that it is his second year. I've seen firsthand just how hard Daniel works. I know how important it is to him for him to be a successful player. I know he knows this year is a big year for him, but that's not going to put pressure on him. It's going to make him excel and do better.
Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
When you open an essential business checking account at First Midwest Bank, you'll earn a $500 bonus. But that's not all. You'll also have your own local banker who knows your business. A $500 bonus plus a local bank to help you succeed. That's banking with momentum. Visit a First Midwest branch to open an essential business checking account by November 30th, 2021. $100 minimum deposit to open. Available to businesses located in Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Must complete all bonus requirements to be eligible. Details available at firstmidwest.com/smallbiz, member FDIC.
Canty and Golick Jr.
I, for one, am shocked by the headlines coming out of Philadelphia. Ben Simmons now openly saying he doesn't want to be part of the team before reporting to training camp. I mean, can they just get this over with already? Like, Ben Simmons is going to have this cycle go on long enough for him to be able to claim that you can't fire me, I quit.
Canty and Golick Jr., 2 till 6 on the Quad Cities Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
A comprehensive virtual Veterans Services event is happening October 1st through November 19th. The Quad Cities Regional Services for Veterans Project directly connects veterans to VA and community resources online for a 7-week period. Go to the Quad Cities Community Veterans Engagement Board Facebook page, complete the survey, and be contacted based on your needs. Choose VA claims, health care and burial benefits, access legal, employment and education services, and mental health, dental and chiropractic care, and much more. If you are a veteran, you don't want to miss this virtual event. The Quad Cities Regional Services for Veterans Project, October 1st through November 19th. Go to Quad Cities Community Veterans Engagement Board on Facebook or Google Quad Cities CVEB for the link to the online site. Facebook account is not needed. Brought to you by Unity Point Health, Trinity, Cobham, City of Davenport, American Legion Auxiliary, St. Ambrose University, Whitey's, MH Equipment, Breakfast Optimist Club, Exelon Nuclear, and ESPN 1170.
We're representing the South Side. Your station for the Chicago White Sox is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, this is Don't Hassle So Local with Jay Bird and T-Roy. Thanks for tuning in. Jay had a trivia question right before.
I did.
Break.
That's right. 20 straight losses for the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is the second most since the 1970 merger. Who holds that record for the longest losing streak? What franchise?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It is the mid-70s, 26 straight losses from 1976 to 1977, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Speaking of 26, or 27, depending on what it was. I don't care, did hit the number exactly. On the television broadcast, they said it was 26, because I know for a fact, because when he hit the 26th, or what they thought was the 26th, they said, how many in a row has Mason Crosby hit? And the guy goes, I don't want to answer that because I don't want to jinx it. And as he was booting it, he said 25. And then he goes, make that 26. Now I heard today, whatever else, that he had hit 27. Don't care. Either way, that was something insane, that Cincinnati-Green Bay game.
Yeah.
5 straight missed field goals. 3 by Mason Crosby. And luckily, he kicks it for them to win, to push the spread, or whatever else. But yeah, Green Bay survives. Joe Burrows went to the hospital afterwards. Throat contusion?
Yeah. Bruised throat.
You don't have trainers that can do his throat? The throat contusion?
I don't
bruised
know.
Throat?
I don't know what a bruised throat looks like.
Bruised ego for that dumb interception he threw, even though it didn't work. It didn't do anything against them.
Him and Jamar Chase are got something going, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jamar Chase, that whole preseason thing, he was sandbagging people. Yeah. He's really good. Yeah. All right, like you said, Atlanta beat the Jets 27-20 in a game that nobody watched. Even though you say people where there was a crowd there, and
it was sold out there. They play Wembley Stadium or whatever? I don't know what it is,
so.
but there was a lot of people there.
Mm-hmm.
They had every jersey under the sun on too. But
Philadelphia Eagles came from behind on the road to beat Carolina.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah. What was that? Didn't Darnold have like a buttload of interceptions or something?
3.
Yeah. We just mentioned Green Bay beat Cincinnati 25-22 in overtime. Rodgers is a stud, by the way. He took some hits back there and he looked good. He's just like he gets down, he looks up at the defender who's picking him up, and he's just like, "I'm good. You know I'm good, right?" They're like, "Yeah." Let's see here. Arizona and San Francisco, not the high-scoring game we thought it was going to be. Trey Lance was 15-29 for 192 yards. He did not throw a touchdown. Kyler Murray just 22 of 31. So not too scoring. Dallas lays it on Giants 44-20. Dak throws for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. New England and Houston, that was my survivor pick. That was an interesting one. I can't believe New England let Davis Mills throw for 312 yards and 3 touchdowns against them. That's why you just don't...
Letdown game.
Yeah, well, we didn't throw in the fact that still Mac Jones is still a rookie quarterback in the NFL. Tennessee beat Jacksonville. We mentioned that already. Buffalo was in Kansas City was the night game, delayed by a rainstorm. Patrick Mahomes chucked the ball 54 times. He completed 33 of those, but only 272 yards. Josh Allen was just a pedestrian, 15-26, but those 15 completions led to 315 yards and 3 touchdowns. Minnesota over Detroit. They needed a field goal to do that. They were 7-point favorites in that, 10-point favorite in that game. I'm telling you, they may win games or whatever else. You don't win a game like that. You have to kick a field goal. There's questions, and I'm going back to Mike Zimmer again. I'm sorry. They have the offensive power.
Yeah.
They're not.
Detroit's better than you think, though. Remember, they gave Baltimore all they could handle too. So.
Yeah, but this game's on the road. That was at home, wasn't it? And they were in it the first half against Green Bay, but that was at home. This game's on the road in Minnesota.
It's still, they're not a bad team. I'm sorry.
Good job to Pittsburgh. They won against Denver, 27-19, giving Roethlisberger the week off of saying he's going to get benched. He's going to get benched. Chicago wins in Las Vegas 20-9. Fields was 12 of 20 through his first touchdown pass to Jasper
Parnovic?
No, it's pretty close. It's like, I forget. It's Holstat. Yeah, this big, he played football and baseball at Princeton. He's a tall guy.
Okay.
So that was his first touchdown pass. Fields, he actually had hyperextended his knee, but he walked it off and came back in. Chargers in Cleveland, big game, 47-42.
Oof. Battle.
Mm-hmm. Tampa Bay at home against Miami just beats them up.
There's all kinds of talk. Deshaun Watson to Miami.
There's all kinds of talk of that, yeah.
Yeah.
45-17, Brady throws for 411 yards and 5 touchdowns. And then New Orleans goes into Washington. And again, Jameis just 15-30, 279 yards, but 4 touchdown passes. So, you know, that was one that was a toss-up. That was a stay-away game, if you ask me, of everything. So, you mentioned Jamar Chase. He's great, but Kadarius Toney is looking good as well. He's got... Let's see here. 189 receiving yards through 5 games, which is makes him 5th for the most through 5 games to start their NFL career. Marquez Callaway finally had a breakout game for fantasy reasons. I just mentioned Kadarius Toney. Sam J. Piran was all right. And, yeah, I mean, those are some of the games. Tonight we've got the Indianapolis Colts against the Baltimore Ravens. And I don't know how many eyes we'll have on that, but... so other things, news and notes out there. The Bills have the NFL's number 1 offense and number 1 defense. They've outscored their opponents by 108 points. And the Chiefs have 11 turnovers through 5 weeks, tied for the Jaguars for the most in the NFL. So that's where the problem is there. It's turnovers. The Chargers' 47-42 win over the Browns featured over 1,000 yards of offense, 7 lead changes, and 41 fourth-quarter points. The Browns are the first team ever in the Super Bowl era to score 40-plus points with no turnovers and lose. Kicking woes. Kickers have missed 12 field goals and 12 PATs in Week 5. The first week since the extra point was moved back in 2015 to feature double-digit misses of both kicks. Derrick Henry rushed for 130 yards. He has rushed for 4,792 yards over his past 40 games, an NFL record for a 40-game span. I told you about Tom Brady throwing for 5 touchdowns. That was his 9th career 5-touchdown game, which trails only Drew Brees. And Matt Ryan became the 7th QB to surpass 5,000 completions. And T-Roy's Trevon Diggs picked off a pass for the 5th straight game. That gives him an NFL leading 6 on the season, 2 more than he had in his entire NFL and in his entire Alabama career. Looking good.
Yeah. 2nd-round pick last year.
Mm-hmm. Why did he fall to the 2nd round?
I don't know. I had him.
There was something about.
I had him slated as Dallas taking him in the 1st round, but then
there like something to do with like a blood disease or something? Or is that somebody else?
That might have been somebody else. I know CeeDee Lamb. They ended up getting CeeDee Lamb, and he dropped, and that's when they got him in the 2nd round.
Well, that's rather. That's rather interesting. So today we were supposed to have 4 games on for baseball, but the White Sox game, the Braves and Brewers just started. It'll start in 5 minutes, I believe. And then it was supposed to be White Sox and Astros, but that got postponed, so that'll be pushed back to tomorrow during the day. So we will not be on the show tomorrow because of the White Sox. But there is something we got to do. Is there anything you want to talk about the NFL that you saw, though? Anything else stand out?
I mean, not off the top of my head.
Okay. I didn't know if I missed anything or anything.
I think you nailed it. I mean, I mean, it just. There's some impressive teams out there right now, and it's going to be fun to see what happens. Buffalo's legit.
Number 1 defense, number 1 offense. They're just good.
Buffalo is legit. Arizona, you know, I don't really think they have a great head coach.
I don't either, yeah.
But they got the talent, and they're putting it together. They're going to be tough to beat. Obviously, Tampa Bay, when they get healthy, they're going to be tough to beat again. Dallas is good. The Rams are good. Green Bay, if they got Rodgers. Chargers are really good. I think right there, other than maybe, right there, those are the teams that are going to be vying for the Super Bowl. In my eyes. And we'll see if Kansas City can get it back together, but right now Kansas City looks just beat. Don't look like they can't stop anybody, and people are kind of figuring out how to stop that offense. So,
yeah, I'm gonna have to take a lot more to look at that to figure out exactly what is going on there.
Brewers and Braves scoreless.
That's your update here on ESPN 1170 AM.
Got that from the boss. And I'm supposed to be looking at my phone. I'm probably in trouble now.
The guy, he was on Twitter. I think he was impressed with the Iowa game the other night.
I hope so.
And, I'm hoping for the White Sox. I'm still,
He says I'm busted. Anyway, yeah, I know he was stressing a little bit with his White Sox, but I want him to breathe easy. I know you're listening out there. Just breathe easy.
Well, I hope they do all right.
All they got to do is win Game 5. That's it.
Well,
they'll win. They'll win, yeah.
Okay.
They're
got to
tie
win
it
again,
up, and then they'll win Game 5.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're hoping so. Because we want to stop the Astros from making the ALCS for the third straight year.
Oh, my God. Right.
Which would tie an American League record for the most straight ALCSs.
Yankees?
Nope. You know this. I know you know this.
Most straight ALCSs.
There's 3 is the record for most American League Championship Series. It's only 3. It's not a Major League Baseball record. The American League is 3.
And it's not the Yankees.
It is not the Yankees. For American League Championship Series.
Boston?
No.
Why would I know this then? The A's?
Yeah. 88, 89, and 90. What's the record? Who holds it for the most championship series? It's 8.
Well, it's straight?
Uh-huh.
That's got to be Yankees.
That would be American League also. This is the National League.
Oh, who was the most National League?
Yeah.
8 straight?
Mm.
Dodgers.
No.
Braves.
Yeah. Well, it's right there. All right. So, Brad, we got to do the guest lines. We'll unpack some about the Gruden emails a little bit later. All right. So, all right.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about the Gruden emails.
I'll pull it up. I'll walk you through it. Yeah.
I just know he's in something about emails, and I don't even know what was said. So
some racial stuff, and criticizing Goodell. That's never good. So,
oh boy,
yeah, you don't want to criticize.
Why
the
is
boss.
it all coming out now?
I don't know. We'll figure more of it out. Okay. All right, the Week 6 pick'em. Here's what we do every week. We look at the games, and we do not look ahead at what the lines are, and then we go head to head to see where they're at, and we go against each other. What we encourage you to do is to play along when you listen in the car or at work on ESPN1170am.com or on the app, or leave the comments on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, and play along with us. The first game of the week is I better pull up the lines while we're at it. The first game of the week is the Thursday night game.
That's this one's all of a sudden interesting, right? I mean, Philadelphia comes back on the road to win at Carolina. I don't know how, why, or whatever, but Tampa Bay's coming to town.
Those interceptions are a big deal to me. It is hard to win on the road. I know it's cliche, Philadelphia, but I think the week before when Dallas did to Philadelphia, totally exposed them. So I don't think I'm too worried about. I'm not looking at this and going like, "Ooh, look what they did to Carolina. They might be legit." I'm just not.
Okay, that's fine. Carolina might not be legit, especially without McCaffrey.
Yeah, Carolina might not be legit. So.
Well, what do you got then?
I have a lot of road favorites this week.
So do I.
Okay.
How many do you have before we start?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I got 10.
Yeah. I can guarantee. I know the one that we're off on.
Okay.
Is it? Let me ask you right now. I'm only one. I'm going to speculate one. Do you have Minnesota favored over Carolina?
No.
Okay. Never mind then. All right. We'll get to it then. I've got Tampa Bay -7.5 on the road.
I went higher.
Okay.
-9.
Well, give it to me. It's -7.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just trying to let you tie it up. Or
maybe it's 2-1-1. No, it's 2-1-1. Wait, this is week 6.
2-2-1.
2-2-1. Okay.
Yeah, I won the first 2 weeks. We tied the third.
And then I came back. Yeah. All right. Here's another. All right, this is an interesting one. All right, Miami goes to Jacksonville. Miami just lost the first round of the Battle of Florida to Tampa Bay. Now they get to play. Well, this one, by the way, isn't even played in Florida.
Is this one in
yeah,
London too?
Yeah. Where is... So...
Back-to-back weeks, huh?
Yeah. Did they just stay there, right? Uh-oh, that might.
No.
No.
They don't just stay there. I mean, maybe the officials stay there.
Why don't you stay there?
Well, they didn't play there last week.
Oh.
It was a land of the
You're
Jets.
just saying back-to-back week. Yeah, I don't know. You threw me off there.
All right.
All right. What do I want to look at here? Yeah, this is the one thing I want to look at. If I'm right, so this is now, 30 straight weeks. 30 straight times in London that they've had 2 losing teams. This will be the 30th straight game. I wanted to make sure.
Were you looking at the records?
Yeah, I knew Miami didn't have a good record.
I was going to tell you they were both losing.
Yeah. All right.
One's 0-5, one's 2-3, or
1-4.
1-4.
Yeah, 0-5.
Okay.
I've got Miami favored in this game, and I've got it at -5.5.
I got -4.5.
You're going to get this. It's actually only -3.5. So, yep, you're closer. I don't know. Maybe this is the vacation Jacksonville needs. Maybe that's what everyone's looking at. I just don't see it.
Well, if they're going to win a game, this is going to be the game. And then if they do win this game, something's happening. When's Tua coming back? I wish we had the Twins or
yeah, Merrick would know.
Merrick would know for sure.
I don't. Yeah.
But something's going down. I just don't get it. Jacoby Brissett's not the answer. It's insane.
He's in Vegas' eyes. He's better than Tua, but
he's not though.
All right, let's see here. Let's move on. Green Bay travels to Chicago. Noon kickoff. Now we're back to normal.
Now we're back to normal.
We've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 noon games. Let's see how many of these are worth the watch. This might be a day to go apple picking. We're gonna
What
find
are you
out.
thinking here?
I
mean, Chicago, impressive victory. I'm sorry.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought
Green Bay can be had.
Chicago's defense can put pressure on Aaron Rodgers. They can force some things, but and I do like their defense. Fields is going to be an issue here. How he's going to go through practice this week. I didn't give Green Bay the love that I think a lot of people would. I gave Green Bay just a -3.
I gave -4.5.
Okay.
Wasn't too much more love than you, but I figured they should be favored just because of Rodgers.
You gave him a little bit extra juice because of it?
Yeah. What is it?
You give yourself a star.
Oh, look at me.
Yeah, Green Bay -4.5. All righty. Moving up to Detroit. This one might not be on the line right now. I might have to go somewhere else because they don't know what's going on with Burrows. Yeah, which they should. I just... all right, as I look up an alternative line, what do you have for me?
I still think Cincinnati's favored. I know I think Burrow's going to be fine. Throat contusion, I don't know what that is exactly. I mean, is it inside the esophagus? Is it outside of the throat? Did he get applesauce?
We need Andy from the Natty.
I know.
Writer.
Like, did somebody karate chop him in the throat? Is that how it happened?
Maybe.
When he bashed his skull into the ground? Did the chin strap? I don't know. Anyway,
a lot of
Cincinnati.
what ifs
I
there.
know. I don't know what a contusion of the throat is. I've never seen one. It's like a hickey.
Wow. Okay, what do you got?
Cincinnati -2.5.
I had Detroit favored. The way they played against Minnesota, they're at home. Cincinnati on the road, not so much.
Cincinnati's had some tough losses.
Cincinnati, though, they're what, 3-2?
Yeah.
Detroit, not so much. I had Detroit favored in this, so maybe that's the one that we flipped. You're gonna get this. I had to go to an alternate site. It's Cincinnati -3.5. So I was like 4.5 points.
I almost changed that to 3.5 before the pick.
I just don't. This is the one. This is a weird game for
Houston
me.
at Indy, yeah. So Indy's playing tonight, so you might not be able to find this game either.
Keep an eye on this game. They got they're at Baltimore the week after that. Cincy is. This is a game that's a divisional game. I'm sorry, Detroit might clip them here. I hope not, because then it would be because I like Cincinnati. I'm not a big fan of Zach Taylor, the coach.
Yeah.
But I like Cincinnati. But this one seems weird to me. Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You said Houston at Indianapolis, right?
Yeah, Houston, Indy. You might have to look up the alternate site on this one as well
Because of
because Baltimore, Indy are both playing tonight. But, Houston, despite playing tough against New England at home, I'm sorry. Indy has to be favored in this. I gave them -5.
Okay. You got them what?
-5.
I've got them at -8.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very aggressive.
Not aggressive enough, apparently.
What is it?
-10.
Good God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Indy's not that good.
I don't think so either. I guess we'll be able to see more tonight, but maybe maybe Houston on the road, their splits are just that bad. Obviously, their game against New England was in Houston, so maybe their road games. Let's see if I can pull up there. Maybe that's the one that you need to be looking at. Like, they're just not good on the road, and what they are getting beat up against. So, they're 1-1 on. No, not them. They're 0-2 on the road. I don't know if that seems to be a lot though, but I'll take it. All right.
Rams at the Giants.
West Coast traveling to East Coast. I never like it.
You don't like it, but I'm telling you right now, the Giants are beat up. Saquon's not coming back for a while. You saw that ankle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was an unfortunate, weird injury. I mean, literally, both guys are running. They're not looking at each other, and then they cross paths just briefly. Saquon steps on his ankle. It could have went the other way. Mm-hmm. Boom. Gone. Danny Dimes, I mean, that brain's rattled. He's going to be in concussion protocol. I mean, dude was out, man. Mm-hmm. Out. And that wasn't a dirty hit, if anybody's trying to say it was. It was a clean hit. They just happened to collide heads. Either way, I got Rams favored by 7.5. The Giants are struggling without their stars. 70% of their offensive output was on the bench yesterday.
Oh. Well, we're going to tie this one. I had 7.5 as well. I actually brought it down only because of that dumb West to East Coast thing. And let's see, I had to go. Did I have to go? No, I didn't have to go to a different alternative site. They're factoring in on this big time. It's Rams -10.5.
Ooh, wow.
That's a very big road line, but that might as well be my survivor, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think right now. Pay attention to the injury report and everything else, but I don't know if I want to. I don't want Buffalo on the road. I haven't used Buffalo yet. I haven't used Dallas yet. So we'll talk more about that. All right. Kansas City at Washington. What kind of team are we getting out of Kansas City?
I don't know. With the tough defense that Washington plays, this is going to be a closer line than you think.
I knew this. No, it's not. I knew this line was going to be higher because they know people love to bet Kansas City. And even though if you do your due diligence, they do not cover the spread, but people love to bet Kansas City.
What'd you have?
I had -4.
I had -3.5.
See, I think we're on the right side here. It's Kansas City -7.
Well, you're going to take that.
Yes, by a little bit. And that one, sometimes there's just dirty victories. In that one, I don't like that.
I had 4.5 for a tick, and I changed it to 3.5.
I did hear this pretty decent analogy about what are you going to get out of Taylor Heineke from Washington Redskins. There's times he looks like Kurt Warner and he came out of nowhere, and there's times he looks like the poor man's version of Ryan Fitzpatrick. And I was like, that's 100% correct. You could turn it on 1 minute and be like, who is this guy? And then you're flipping channels, you come back and you're like, oh, it's Taylor Heineke. I knew that the entire time. I thought they signed somebody else. That is such a good description. You never know, not even by game, it's by its series. So I guess that's what they're looking at there. And Kansas City is just Kansas City. That just seems like a lot to me on the road. I won't be touching it because Kansas City, maybe they'll get it together and get upset. I don't know. But they had a long night last night. Okay.
Minnesota at Carolina, Jay.
That's right.
Oh, boy. Listen, I think this line's going to be lower than what you thought I was going to make it. I did not take Minnesota. I took Carolina.
So did I.
-1.5, though.
Me too.
Oh, dang it. What is it?
It's Carolina -1.
Ah, look at us. We're not totally out of this.
No.
Another tie, though. We're tied up all the way.
Okay.
With the last noon game to go.
Yeah, let's do the last noon game. We'll take a break. The Chargers at the Baltimore Ravens.
This one's going to be hard to find.
Yeah, I find it on the alternate one, but really it's going to be based more on what happens tonight as far as friends from Elite Sportsbook. That's what they kind of wait for. So,
Chargers defense is decent. I know they gave up a lot of points yesterday, but I mean, I think the Chargers can do whatever they need to do. That head coach, I'm sold on him. I like him.
Staley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, Baltimore will be favored.
They are favored, and I went the opposite direction, so that's all right.
Baltimore's favored at 1.5.
It's more than that. So you got this. I have the Chargers -2. I have faith in this team. I like what they're doing. I'm not sold on Baltimore, so how's that?
Neither am I.
And I bet you if the Colts can pull something off tonight, which I doubt it, it would be a situation where like told you so. But
what is it?
It is Baltimore, and it's Baltimore -3.5. So I'll take the Chargers and I'll put them in a teaser and move them up.
Well, that rounds out the noon games. We're gonna do a break.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick break here. Don't Hassle Us Local. Please read an ad for me, and then we'll be right back in just a few.
The voting's all in. We're waiting to hear back from our man Chopper, but until
That's
then,
right.
you can grab a Locals Love Us guide all throughout the Quad Cities. They have an easy to navigate table of contents to help you find what you're looking for, or just go to online at localsloveus.com. You click on Quad Cities, then you browse favorites. It's easy to use, and they're ranking all the popular places for you. So we're excited to hear the news. Chopper, if you're out there listening, we should get our results first, bud. That's how it works. We're cheaters. Thanks again, bud. Locals Love Us. They're your guide to the best.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is WQAD's Matt Randazzo, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
But we have a truck leaving with a big order on Tuesday.
Tina's floor manager retired, leaving her tortilla factory flat out.
What do you mean she's on a silent retreat?
She must fill the role and all those orders.
I'm gonna oversee production.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Schedule virtual interviews and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
This week at Macy's, get an extra 20% off your trademark fall look with your coupon or Macy's card. That's on top of 25% off fab fall looks from Inc., Alfani, and more. And 40% off bath and bedding from Oak, mindfully made and created for Macy's. Or save on fresh boots and shoes. Buy two, get 40% off. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members can earn even faster during Macy's Star Money bonus days. Going on now. Details at Macys.com/Star Money. Savings off sale and clearance prices exclusions apply.
What's your car's monthly payment? There's a good chance that First Midwest Bank can lower it. Just like refinancing a mortgage, First Midwest Bank can refinance your auto loan too. That means lower payments, lower interest rates, and higher monthly savings. Plus, you can wait up to 60 days to make your first payment. Go to firstmidwest.com/auto refi to apply and drive down your car payments today. Member FDIC, subject to credit approval, vehicle insurance required.
Football, tennis, cross country, golf, soccer, volleyball, water polo. Fall sports are back at Augustana College. And the best way to watch sports is with all your friends, alumni, and fans of the men's and women's teams of the Augustana Vikings. Kickoffs and season openers are afoot as the stars of Augustana College take to the field, the courses, and court of the Carver Center and lace up those shoes for an amazing season that we've all been waiting for. Check complete fall schedules at augustana.edu. Augustana College, a family-friendly front row seat to big-time small college sports.
Don't let the holidays sneak up on you for that hard-to-buy-for person. Let Premier Metal Art customize the perfect gift today. Multi-layered, full-color, powder-coated metal art, plus so much more. Tumblers, fire pits, even holiday decor and keepsakes. Let them customize the perfect gift for the sports fan, first responders, veterans, and family members on your list. Order online at qcpremier.com. Find them on Facebook or stop by their cash and carry location inside of Mattress for Less in Rock Island. Premier Metal Art. Finish your holiday shopping today.
So, what are you sipping?
Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. In a rematch of the 2020 AFC title game, the Bills and their defense invaded Arrowhead Stadium and stifled Patrick Mahomes' offense with a convincing 38-20 victory, extending their win streak to 4 games. In LA, there was over 1,000 yards of total offense between the Chargers and the Browns. However, it was Justin Herbert's crew that walked away with the 47-42 win. The Cowboys rolled the Giants 44-20. It was a tough go for the Giants offense, who lost Saquon Barkley to an ankle and Daniel Jones to a concussion in the first half. The Packers edged out the Bengals in overtime 25-22 in a game that featured 5 missed field goals from the late fourth quarter on. Mason Crosby, though, found redemption, connecting on the 49-yard game winner through the uprights. And the Arizona Cardinals remained perfect. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Napa know-how.
At Napa, buy a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 motor oil and save $10 on a pair of wiper blades. It's the perfect autumn deal. Mobil 1 for colder weather, new wipers for the rain, and an extra $10 to buy Halloween candy you'll most likely eat yourself. We're not judging. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations. Does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Ends 10/31/21.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. On that heavy shelf you hung yesterday. Turns out you didn't use enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? Now you've got an open floor plan. Trendy. And if you have the wrong home insurance, you could need a wall of money to fix this. So get home insurance with Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport, a town square media station.
All right, everybody, welcome back once again to Don't Hassle Us. We're local here on AM 1170. We are in the midst of guessing the lines right now. Jaybird, it's 4-3 with 2 ties.
That's you, right?
Yep.
Now those are the morning game. I mean, the noon games. So we have the Thursday night game, Tampa Bay at Philadelphia. Not too bad. Not a bad Thursday night game to have, to be honest with you, because you want to see maybe what's coming out of Philadelphia and Tampa Bay right now.
Yeah,
is
is
that
Philly starting
must,
to get it together?
Must watch.
Yeah, and I want Tampa to win. So
Chicago, Green Bay in the morning.
Yeah, that'll be a big game.
That's it. That is your noon game. I'm sorry, Miami at Jacksonville. I'm not waking up early for that. Don't care. Cincinnati, Detroit. Maybe wager. I'll wait until more see how Joe Burrow's is doing. Houston, Indianapolis. No. Rams at Giants. Only because if I have the Rams in my survivor. Kansas at Washington. Don't care. Minnesota at Carolina. No. Chargers at Baltimore.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I want to watch that. I'm interested to see Kansas City, Washington. Interested just to see what happens with the Rams and Giants. A lot of teams. I'm interested in the division that I root for. You know what I mean? So I want Dallas to grow their lead in that division because other teams are knocking off their opponents. That being said, though, that Chargers Baltimore game is going to be fun to watch. But the Green Bay Green Bay Chicago game is going to be the game to watch. Should pack out the house. Bears and Packer fans get along so well.
My favorite 2 weekends of the year. Just those two, just getting along. And
I'll be watching all these games from sunny California, Jay.
Oh, when do you fly out for that?
Sunday morning.
Oh, nice. How long you gone for?
Just come back Wednesday. So we'll have to figure out maybe save our guests on the lines till Thursday.
Well, you can call in too, or you can just email them to me, and I can just do them. Someone can read them for you.
Well, or I can do them.
Yeah, you can call in too. We can make a speed up segment from sunny California. All right, the afternoon games. First one on the docket: Arizona Cardinals at Cleveland Browns. Arizona's got a little bit. I don't know. This could be another back-to-back week of 1,000 total yards in offense. They both have some weapons here. Arizona didn't unleash too much yesterday, though, with just their 17-10 win. But that was a divisional game.
Yes. Jay, maybe this is one. I have Arizona as a favorite.
I have Arizona as a favorite, too. They're undefeated, right?
Right.
Okay, just double-checking.
I take it that they're not favorited.
You would take that right.
I took them -2. What did you take them at?
I took them at -3. I gave them respect for the first time, and because of that big divisional win, you're closer only because of the -2. It's Cleveland -2.5.
All right. I mean, I don't like taking that, but you got a cheap win earlier. I'll take that cheap win there.
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't see it that way. I mean, it's a disrespectful to the Cardinals, and maybe it's a situation of, well, again, if I'm going to look at
maybe they think the Cleveland defense can slow them down.
They didn't. They didn't stop the Chargers.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me 1 second here.
I think the Chargers are just getting better too. They're scary good. Scary good.
No, but this is not a look-ahead game at all. Arizona's got the Texans at home next week. Give me the Arizona.
Take the points.
And take the points. I just don't see this a situation where they've got an interesting run after that. They got the Packers at home after the Texans. That'll be on 4 days rest. So that's a night game, Aaron Rodgers at night. And then they've got a little bit of a break, 10 days until they have to play 49ers. But they still have to play the Seahawks twice. They do have the Cowboys still, and they've got the Rams again. This time though at LA, and the Bears too. All right, Las Vegas at Denver. Good enough game, divisional game, right?
Yeah, I have another road favorite here as well.
Okay, that's it. That's where we're off on, yeah.
I think Vegas should still be favored in this game. Not by a lot, though. I have a -1.5.
I have Denver favored in this, and just a little bit higher. I had Denver -4. It's Denver -3.
Wow. Well, you take that one.
Yeah. So you will be in town. You'll be in California in time for the 2:25 kickoff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's 4:25 our time. I mean 3:25 our time though. So it'll be 1:25 in California.
Is that right? Yeah, 2 hours behind us.
Yeah, the flight really isn't.
1:25. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to be able to watch Dallas at New England.
Yeah.
Interesting line.
What do you got?
Makes me think. I said this slowly. I am, for the first time in years doing this, T-Roy, I did not take any of the Dallas Kool-Aid, and slowly I'm like, look at what they're doing. That's a divisional game, and we talk about that. Oh, it's a tough one, like Arizona and San Fran. I don't think San Fran is really that good right now. They're beat up as well, and Arizona's got away with 17-10. They just went and did 44-20 and beat up the Giants and beat them up.
They did it to Philly too.
They did it to Philly, too. They exposed Philly, and we said that last week. I said, I think Philly's been exposed.
They're playing really good defense.
They are. I gave Dallas...
Chauncey Golson's been playing a lot of snaps, by the way.
I gave Dallas -7.
I gave him -5.5.
You're in the right area. It's actually Dallas Cowboys -4. They're giving New England... They're giving New England 3 points when we just got done saying that the books are... The books are changing the way because travel does not matter as much anymore because of luxury planes, and they're figuring out different ways to do things for their bodies, and they're giving New England 3 at home when I don't think New England should get 3 at home.
Well, I started taking that factor into a bunch of my lines this week, too. That 1.5 factor.
Yeah, I did it well.
So that's why I only gave him 5.5.
He's a rookie.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So give me 1.5, there's my 7.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
There you go.
So like when I had Baltimore favored by 1.5,
You had them at -3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense. So that's where I should have been, or whatever else. Obviously, that means I think Dallas is Mac Jones, Ricky QB. We've been through all that. Who's New England's weapons?
Listen, nothing that Dallas hasn't already faced is better.
No,
right?
their leading rusher was Damian Harris. Their leading receiver was James White. Ooh, it's coming out of the backfield. That's it, guys. That's it. No one's as scared of your two tight end attack.
Even New York has better weapons than they do.
Yes.
Right now, maybe not a better quarterback.
Dude, they had to beat the dumpster fire of the Houston Texans. They needed a field goal to win the game. Which, by the way, when was the last time you've seen two scores of games that were 22-22 tied at the same time? Never. All right, well, then we got the night game. Boy, this week is just go apple picking, guys. It's just not that many good games. Just be like, hey, honey, you know what?
Go to California.
Oh yeah, or take her on a trip.
I'm not taking her.
Oh, she's not going with you. Oh, she got to go to Carolina, so you get to go to California.
I'm taking my girlfriend J Money.
Oh, gotcha. So, this is just the weekend that's like, hey, remember that? Hey, we haven't. You had this T right. This is the weekend when you're like, are we doing family photos this year?
Oh, we already did them, bud.
I know, and then they go, no, not yet. I haven't booked. And be like, see if anyone's booked on if your friend blah 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 photography, if they can if they're free on Sunday. Maybe we'll just do that. And then that's so nice of you. And you're like, and then you realize, there's nothing good on. Seattle at Pittsburgh.
Well, Russell Wilson's out.
Mm-hmm.
I still think Pittsburgh would have been favored if he was there.
Okay.
I gave -3.
Yeah. You're going to get this. I just went -2.5, and it's actually -4.5 Pittsburgh. I don't trust Pittsburgh, but I shouldn't trust Steelers either. So you win this week in a nice big run there going after the break, 3 out of 4. But we have one more game.
Yep.
Buffalo at Tennessee.
I probably didn't go high enough. I'm assuming Tennessee's going to have all their receivers back. This could be, Jay, the AFC Championship game.
It could be.
It could be. Listen, Derrick Henry's still getting it done. And if they can get it together, get those receivers back, get them healthy, Tennessee's formidable. I gave Buffalo -1.5. I probably should have went higher.
Oh, boy. Yeah, 1.5. I was at 6.5. And it's Buffalo -5. I'm thinking right now, the look ahead, I mean, we can't count out Kansas City, but doesn't it seem more to you like Chargers Buffalo than it would be
you're
Tennessee?
right.
Or maybe even Cleveland Buffalo? Because they just went toe-to-toe with them.
I got my rankings in there. Yeah, the thing with Tennessee is the game they lost was when they didn't have the receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can get it together. But you're probably right with the Chargers thing. The Chargers are going to be hard to knock off.
Rookie
you just
head
got to
coach.
see what's going to happen. There's a lot going on. A rookie head coach does not usually win that many games like that. But I'm just saying, they just look too good. And they're well coached.
Yeah. I like the... I like the Chargers, but yeah, the rookie head coach. Kansas City's probably going to have to make a bounce back. I'd be shocked if they didn't.
Right.
And Cleveland's still going to have their name in there, and then Tennessee as well. Those guys are all in it right now. NFC, we're not.
NFC is just insane.
It's all over. I mean, Tampa Bay looks good. Dallas looks good. Arizona looks
Rams,
good.
The Packers.
Rams, yeah. Buffalo just looks head and shoulders above the rest right now, and just still looking back on that Pittsburgh game like, we don't care. We do not care. It's fine with us. Doesn't matter. Hey, when we come back, do you want to do your rankings?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Good. Well, you're not going to be here tomorrow because the White Sox are going to be here, whatever, on tomorrow, and Wednesday I've got to go do lawyer stuff. So that sounds like fun. So I don't want to wait till you read it off on Thursday. So
all right,
we can do it. and we can do it now, or we can. Well,
Yeah,
you know what?
When we get back from break.
That sounds good. All right. See, I like it when we work together here. All right. Be right back here soon. I got you. Right back here soon on ESPN 1170. At ESPN 1170 AM. You've heard Luke on the air and have seen Dave on our show. Don't Hassle Us, We're Local is happy to have Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry as a new sponsor on the show. Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry's goal is to help everybody have a positive dental experience, and that starts with their youngest patients at their very first dental appointment. The office is kid-friendly and designed to be comfortable for all ages. There is a designated kids area, and the entire staff is very experienced and comfortable with children of all ages. For the adult hassle maniacs, Martin Family Dental will take care of all your dental needs, from your first cleaning to all your restorative work. They have a relaxed environment to help you be as comfortable as possible at a place you like to visit. Check out their webpage at martinfamilydds.com and visit the before and after photos for whitening, and also read the testimonials from very satisfied patients. Plus, don't forget to like and follow their Facebook page as well. Call Martin Family and Cosmetic Dentistry today, 563-355-6626, to set up your appointment. We will be right back here, ESPN 1170 AM. Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
You seek a professional to fix your car, to fix an electrical problem, or roof your house. So don't settle for testosterone-boosting pills when there's professional help to fix your low testosterone symptoms at Limitless Man. Do you suffer? No energy, lack of concentration, belly fat, low libido, poor muscle mass. These are signs of low T, and there's an easy fix. Schedule a complimentary consult at limitlessmail.com and get your life back. Insurance accepted.
From lines of credit in Chicagoland to equipment finance loans in the Quad Cities to better cash flow in Milwaukee, First Midwest Bank is committed to using our local knowledge and ideas to help our clients get their business momentum back. Visit firstmidwest.com/commercial-lending. You have plans, we have ideas. First Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Sam Darnold, to me, may be a great 4A quarterback. I don't know that he'll be a great NFL quarterback. I thought when he got drafted, he had a chance to be a good one, but what I've seen is not that. I know he checks a lot of boxes, but does he check them at a high enough level? I've seen Zach Wilson do things where you go, that's a little differently talented.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
So, what are you sipping? Whether it's our freshly ground coffee to wake you up, or an icy Polar Pop cup or Froster to keep you going, our new Sip and Save drink subscription at Circle K will keep you refreshed every day. Join Circle K's Sip and Save and grab any size drink every day for just $5.99 a month. Yeah! Start sipping and saving today. Just sign up with your mobile number when you check out at Circle K. Limited time offer at participating locations.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Eli Manning, what are you expecting from the Giants quarterback this year?
I think he will be able to take that step forward just because the fact that it is his second year. I've seen firsthand just how hard Daniel works. I know how important it is to him for him to be a successful player. I know he knows this year is a big year for him, but that's not going to put pressure on him. It's going to make him excel and do better.
Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Max. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Renewal by Anderson.
When it came time to replace our old drafty windows, we opted for quality with style, installed by professionals.
Renewal by Anderson.
Fall is here and cold weather is coming. I'm Sam Hare with Renewal by Anderson. It's time to prepare by upgrading your windows to new Renewal by Anderson windows that are Energy Star certified and ready to help you increase the comfort of your home. In October, you can take advantage of 20% off windows, 20% off doors, 20% off installation, and with our easy payment options, there's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 24 months. With Renewal by Anderson windows and doors, your home is comfortable all year round. Take advantage of our fall savings now and be prepared for any season. Visit us at our showroom in Davenport or online at renewalbyanderson.com.
Renewal by Anderson. We love our new windows.
Canty and Golick Jr.
I, for one, am shocked by the headlines coming out of Philadelphia. Ben Simmons now openly saying he doesn't want to be part of the team before reporting to training camp. I mean, can they just get this over with already? Like, Ben Simmons is going to have this cycle go on long enough for him to be able to claim that you can't fire me, I quit.
Canty and Golick Jr., 2 till 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot.
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
When you're listening to the best sports talk, you know you found your sports leader. ESPN 1170 AM.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Thanks again for tuning in to Don't Hassle So Local here on AM 1170.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of time on Monday Night Football tonight. Maybe I'll watch some baseball instead.
I did get a text from my buddy Furno.
Yeah?
And he asked me, does Iowa win that game if the Penn State quarterback doesn't go down?
It's a great question. I thought about it quite a bit, too, as it was going on. I will tell you, again, how it started. I did not like getting that interception and only getting 3 points out of it. I did kind of have faith that the defense would adjust, even with the 2 interceptions. But there was something to be said about those screens and short passes and the yards after catch. I don't know what was going on. And then even after the new quarterback came in and he was struggling, when they started working the RPO, it gave us, and Iowa had to adjust the RPOs, which they did. But, if you can pin them back 3rd and 9, if you can force them, and it wasn't every time, but every once in a while it would be 2nd down or 3rd down, and you would get a false start. That makes them more into a passing situation, and it's a little bit harder for them to do.
Right.
But, you have to adjust. You have to start seeing that they're going to hit the flats a lot quicker. I mean, it's a snap, less than 2-step drop, hit the flat, and try to get yards after catch from there, and it was usually good for 6. I don't know. Clifford he did not look rattled at all, except for that first one, but he was pinned at the 2 when he got his first possession when he threw that interception. So it's you know what, but it's a what ifs. Guess what else happened? Spencer Petras got banged up, limped for a little bit, came up lame, never took himself out of the game. I guarantee he's banged up. It's all about what ifs or whatever else. It does happen, and so what? Yeah, if we would have done this, we would have done that. Well, guess what?
You know say what? About your aunt, right?
Yeah, if she'd be your uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if Georgia would have lost, I would be number 1. Yeah. Hey, guess what? Not everyone did what they were supposed to do. We wanted Georgia to lose. Yeah. I don't know. We expected.
They didn't even come close to losing.
No, but you sit there. That's the thing. You just be like, okay, well, yeah, we expected this to happen. They're like, well, why would you expect that? Well,
Georgia looks like a juggernaut right now. It's insane. I can't wait to watch one of their games this week.
Mm-hmm.
I caught a little bit of the Clemson game.
I read that
was week 1, I believe.
Yeah, I read that 82, first time in a regular season since 82, and I know this is their highest ranking since 1985. I get that, but again, we're not Georgia. And then I see that 2008 thing, and they won that week, and they get jumped, and Georgia somehow always manages to have that slip-up game. I don't know if it's if they go into the SEC championship undefeated and they lose, they'll still be in college football playoffs. But it just seems like they kind of just have one game. And did I have the list of who else they have to play that's left to?
Who, Georgia or Iowa?
Georgia play ranked this season. Hold on. Maybe I do. Iowa doesn't have anyone left. Hold on. Just give me a second. I don't know who they have left to play that's ranked on their schedule. I thought I had a list, but I don't. So, all right. We've got just 12 minutes left, and we've got a crazy week of things because of the White Sox game being postponed. We will be off tomorrow, so we're gonna do.
I'm Chris Rose.
That's not what I want. That's not it, Jay.
That's not me.
I read NFL or whatever else. Because you're gonna do your power rankings, I'll do mine. I guess I won't do mine. Maybe I'll just put it out there later in the week. But you're gonna do your power rankings, even though we haven't had a Monday night game yet.
Yep, I'm speculating on this. So,
what are you speculating? Who's gonna win?
That Baltimore's gonna win.
Yeah, it's a good guess. Okay.
All right, my top 7 hasn't changed from last week. So if you're listening last week, they're in the exact same order.
Okay.
I left Arizona at number 1. They're undefeated. Tampa Bay still at number 2. They are the Super Bowl champs. I understand Buffalo's looking really, really good right now. They both have 1 loss. I'm sorry. I got Buffalo at 3. By the way, they both had impressive victories this week as well. Dallas right at 4.
Excuse me.
Right behind them, the Rams. Jay, very impressive victory on Thursday night for you and your Rammies.
Yeah.
Green Bay at 6. They had a scare, but it's still Aaron Rodgers, and that's why you pay him the big bucks, right? Wasn't his fault that Mason Crosby couldn't hit a kick. And then the Chargers at 7. I had them there last week. I think that's still who they are.
Okay.
From there, I draw a line. Right now, I believe that those 7 teams are the teams that at this point in the season look like that they're going to be the ones that are most likely to be the teams. Last 4 teams are coming out of those 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Outside looking in, Baltimore Ravens. They moved quite a ways up. I had them at 12. So they moved all the way up to 8. I'm assuming they're going to win. Some other teams lost too to help them move up.
Okay.
Like Cleveland. I had Cleveland at 9. They really didn't move down far. Actually, they stayed the same because other teams lost. I moved Minnesota up to 10. Someone's got to make the top 10, Jay. I don't
Minnesota?
know. Yeah.
Okay.
They still have the offensive talent. It's there. They put it together and they start winning some games. All right. Follow me here.
Yeah.
At 11, New Orleans.
Okay.
Okay. At 12, New England.
Okay.
At 13, Tennessee. Now, you could flip-flop them in Tennessee right now. Maybe put Tennessee ahead of New England. I'll go with that.
Okay.
Kansas City, I dropped to 13.
Wow. Kansas City at 13.
Got 3 losses, Jay.
I understand that, yeah.
I know. I got Cincinnati at... Or no, I'm sorry. That would be Kansas City at 14. At 14.
Okay.
I moved
Gotcha.
some around
Yeah,
after
Kansas City
I
at
wrote
14, then Cincinnati.
And then Cincinnati at 15.
Interesting. I think Cincinnati would beat New England. In New England.
Okay.
Okay.
The bottom of that list is just like, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out.
Yeah.
No one's been impressed. Listen, between 10 down, Minnesota, New Orleans, New England, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Tennessee. Who's been impressive? None of them.
No,
So just take it and shuffle it. I'm fine with that. If you want to disagree with the order on that, I don't care. I'm with you 100%. Those 5 teams, 6 teams right there are not. They're not doing it for me, but I have to put someone at the 15th, 10 through 15. And I think right now Cleveland is the best team outside of that top 7 looking in. Baltimore, I don't believe in Baltimore, but that's fine. They're up there too. They're winning, per se.
Sure.
So, yeah.
That's good. It's a good list. And like you said, it's once it goes 7, it kind of jumps all around this and that. So I get that. I really do. Yeah, it just seems. Yeah, in that sense also, there's a lot of, and I know we goof around about this every once in a while, but you're in week 6 now. You can cross off.
Well, we did this last year.
Yeah, you can start crossing off.
What teams can we cross off right now that aren't going to make the playoffs?
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll go first.
We'll just go off this week's games. Philly.
Hold on. You can't. Jacksonville's a cross off.
Okay.
I mean, Houston's a cross-off. So the AFC South is really based between Colts and the Titans. I am not crossing the Colts off yet, but I'm just saying that's 2 in the division right there, which is crazy to me.
Okay.
Are the Jets a cross-off?
Yes.
Jets are a cross-off. The North is still as strong as can be. We're sitting at 3-1, 3-2, and we're looking at they're probably going to be 4-1 Baltimore.
Jets
if you look at
bye week this week, it must be.
Yeah, and Steelers at 2-3 in that division. No one from AFC North gets crossed off. AFC West, nobody gets crossed off yet. 4-1 Chargers, 3-2 Raiders, 3-2 Broncos, 2-3 Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
In the NFC East, I'll cross off the Giants. I won't cross off the Eagles yet. I'll wait to see what's going on.
I'll cross off the Eagles and the Giants.
Okay. You know the Eagles are 0-2 at home and 2-1 away. Okay. Detroit Lions are crossed off.
Yes.
And can we cross off the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah.
At 2-3? Because they're not going to get a wild card, and they're not going to win their division. They'd have to do an incredible run and cross them off. Yeah, they got the point differential of -43, which is pretty high. It's the third. It's not the third. The Dolphins. Oh, my God. The Dolphins are -75 point differential. Dolphins, you are flirting with the list. You are flirting in a bad way with being crossed off. And this was something we like Flores, and we thought they might be a good year for them.
Yeah, they've had too many good picks not to be good. You know what I mean? Like too many high picks. How about that? Not to be a good team.
The defense is giving up that many points. They've allowed 154 points, which is Kansas City Chiefs have allowed 163 points. Washington allowed 155. And that's what it is. That's where it's the Chiefs' defense. That's what's going on. They've got to be banged up. I mean, look, I'm sure there's a Chief fan out there that can tell you, like, well, look at their schedule. They can run off 7 in a row, and I would say you're absolutely right. But right now, you got to be in a weird type of mode. Be like, we're at the bottom of the AFC West. And, losers are 3 in a row?
Mm-hmm.
And you were at home last night, and Buffalo didn't get bothered at all by being in Kansas City or the weather. And like I said, I was even like, +6.5. That sounds good. I figured they'd come back, and because they have so many, when they're down by double digits going into this, and I think it was like week 2 that they were down by double digits again, and then after that, that's when I said, like, he hasn't thrown a pick, and he's undefeated in September, and hasn't thrown a pick in his entire career, and then he just started handing out turnovers left and right. So, oh well. Yeah, you got any updates on baseball scores, or just only when the boss gives them to you?
Only when the boss gives them to me. I can't be, I don't look at the phone unless it's him.
Gotcha. Yeah, there you go. That's the best way to answer that. Before we go to, it's still 0-0. It's the bottom of the 5th. At 6:07, the Red Sox will play the Rays. There will be no White Sox game tomorrow. That'll be on tomorrow. And the Dodgers and the Giants tonight at 8:37 our time. Scherzer versus Alex Wood. That series is tied 1-1. The Boston leads the Tampa Bay Rays 2-1 in that series. In the NLDS, this is a game 3. It's tied 1-1. So baseball on. There'll be Monday Night Football as well. So it's all about preparation this week, and hopefully Iowa gets it done. And it's a strange week for us to have the Tuesday and Wednesday off, but we have to deal with the schedule of Major League Baseball and the Chicago White Sox. As long as they keep winning, it's going to do things, and then what life gives us. Anything else to you, Roy, from this weekend?
Just very happy.
Yeah.
Very happy, very blessed right now. So I'm going to live it. I'm going to ride the high.
If you can, go back and watch Nico Organi's touchdown score. It's one of the best play actions I've ever seen. It was so good that I saw it live and still thought he handed off the ball, that Petrus did, and when it was on the Jumbotron, I fell for it twice. That's how good that play action was. So apparently that play is one that's been 2 years in the making. They've never run it before, and they're waiting for the perfect opportunity. And listen, a couple things before we're going to break. My daughter, probably now thinks that Brian Ferentz, because the people around us, Brian Ferentz's middle name might be the F word.
All right.
Brian because and they might think that Coach Franklin's first and middle name is the F word, and then you, and then it's Franklin. That's how much people around us, you want to be like, kids are around, but then you're also kind of laughing like he's not wrong. Like you're getting upset about Franklin, and every time he's on the field. And I wouldn't be surprised. I was waiting for the time when Franklin was going to walk off and kind of like give the crowd emotion, just be like, knock it off, stop booing our players. But anyway, outside of that, his problem. Crowd was great. Congratulations for everybody that went there. 70,000 strong there. You guys have a dry Monday here on Columbus Day. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. Stay safe and sanitize. We'll see you on Thursday.
Peace.